want to welcome you to this session. It's our student panel, our St. Louis Park PYP School Student Panel. PYP stands for Primary Years Program. My name is Marna Rome, and I work at Susan Lindgren Elementary. I am a PYP IB coordinator, so I work with the curriculum, helping support teachers and students, and I'm also the professional development coordinator. And tonight I am joined by three amazing students, as I mentioned, and I'm going to let each of you jump right in and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Peyton. I'm in sixth grade and I went to Aquila Elementary School. Hi, I'm Ruby. I'm in fifth grade and I go to Aquila Elementary School.
Hi, I'm Bo. I used to go to Aquila and I am in the sixth grade.
Wonderful. All right. And now Peyton and Bo, you're at the St. Louis Park Middle School,
Yeah.
right? Okay, great. All right, so we're going to start off by asking you, what is a favorite memory you have about kindergarten or just elementary school in general? So who wants to take that question for us?
I remember in kindergarten we decorated gingerbread cookies and that was really fun.
Thank you, Ruby.
We also, I think it was like a whole week or two, we were making a lot of things. This was in kindergarten. We made puppets, we made little factories out of wood, we made our own paper. And that was, I remember being super proud of myself for making everything. And I thought that was really, really fun to do.
So Peyton, you actually learned how to make paper?
Yeah, we made a
Nice.
pulp and everything.
Okay, very cool. And how about for you, Bo? What's one of your favorite memories?
One of my favorite memories was in third grade. We had to write these papers of an imaginary story, and then our teacher would put them into this book, and all of us got this copy, and I still have it with me, and it was a really fun experience.
Very cool. Thank you so much. All right, and this next slide kind of shares a little bit about one of the special things about being a PYP or a primary years program school under the International Baccalaureate program is that we really focus from the moment kids begin as kindergartners all the way through fifth grade to help kids learn about these attributes of a learner. And they include things like being an inquirer, being curious, gaining knowledge and being knowledgeable, being communicators and thinkers, being caring and principled, open-minded, risk takers, balanced and reflective. And those are like some really big ideas and big words, but it's really impressive and amazing how because kids are exposed to these ideas every year, they really do learn and really embody how to be these things and how to be this type of a learner. So I'm wondering if each of you could finish these two sentences. As a student in an IB PYP school, I learned and or I experienced. So how would you finish those sentences?
As a student in an IB PYP school, I learned that communicating with people in different ways can help understand people better.
Thank you, Ruby.
As a student in a IB PYP school, I learned that being open-minded is really, really important, and I experienced being able to see other people's points of view, and that made it a lot easier to communicate with people.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peyton. How about for you, Bo?
I experienced being knowledgeable, and knowledgeable doesn't just being smart. It's also about being able to help others progress in academics and life, and just helping yourself and helping others.
Nice. And earlier, Bo, you said you shared a little bit about being a risk taker. Could you speak to that again? Because that was just really I loved what you said about being a risk taker.
Being a risk taker can take guts, but it really will help you in the long run because you can make friends. You can learn more things when you're a risk taker because once you like do things out of your comfort zone, you'll have this like bigger bubble of curiosity and knowledge.
Excellent. Yeah, definitely. We really encourage kids to, to be curious and to ask questions because that's really what drives our desire to learn. And so I love that, risk taking is something that's, been a part of your experience. That's really important. All right, one more. We have two more questions I'm going to throw out at you. This next one is, what's one thing you would like to share about your elementary school experience or your teachers? Who wants to respond to that one?
Um, and one elementary school experience was this is kind of a fun one, but at recess we'd during the winter when it snowed there'd be this huge hill of snow and like when we went outside we everybody would have like snow pants on and jackets and boots and we'd all like dig holes thinking that we'd like go to China or like another state or country or something. It was really fun.
That's great. Good one for Minnesota. Thank you, Bo. How about Peyton and Ruby? What's a experience that still sticks with you?
Ah, for me, probably Camp Itahapi is something that you'll do in fifth grade. It's a 2 day nature, like you're outside almost all day, and you get to do ropes courses. You can climb rock walls. There's lots of nature walks, and we like learn about nature. There's also really fun games, and it's actually a really good way to bond with your class. There's lots of bonding activities, and you need to work together as a team. Um, in fourth grade, we made businesses, and me and my friends came up with a business, and we got to work together as a team to try to make our business successful, and it was really fun.
Nice. Thank you, Ruby. So I don't have the next page is just questions from our families. Are there any questions from the families? We had a really good one in the last session, and I'll share that. But first, I want to see if anything is coming up for anyone in the group. You can uh, raise your hand or unmute your mic and just jump right in if there's something that you'd like to ask the students or myself. We'd love to hear what's on your mind if you have any questions. And from adults or kids. We had a really good question from one of the kids in the last group. They were asking about homework. And how did we answer that one, kids?
We said that we don't really, there's not too much homework, but if you do have homework, um, it's usually pretty simple, like 1 page of math. And usually, most teachers um, ask you to read a couple pages of book or something every night.
Right. Thanks, Ruby. The other question that came up in the last group was, what is one or maybe two pieces of advice? Like, what advice would you give a new kindergarten student when they come to school next fall for the very first time? Bo, do you want to take that question first for us?
Sure. A piece of advice I give is bring something that makes you feel safe or comfortable or just remind you of your family with you to school. And whenever you like feel like you don't want to be here, you can just hold it. And uh, back when I said being a risk taker, it will help you because you will make new friends. And a perk of like being kind of the new kid is that people will want to be your friend, so they make you feel more welcome.
Nice. Thank you, Bo. How about Peyton and Ruby? What advice would you give to one of our new kindergarten friends?
Something that is always really important to know is that all the teachers are super nice. They really care about you. So if you're ever feeling sad or you need any help, you should always talk to them and ask lots of questions. Also, you should talk to other people and that will help you make new friends.
Excellent. Ruby, do you have any
Uh,
advice?
I'm not really an advice person.
Okay, that's all right. It looks like our friend Molly, do you have a little guy with you that has a question? I kind of see his hand up. You want to ask?
Yeah, he wants to introduce himself and tell you what school he's going to.
Oh, we would love that. Please.
You want to tell him?
I'm Luke and I want to go to Peter Hobart.
Wow, that's wonderful. I have some very good friends who teach at Peter Hobart. That is a super fun school. Thank you for sharing that. Any other little friends in the group want to introduce themselves?
Someone put a question in the chat.
Oh, thank you. All right, let's take a look. So, Finley would go to Aquila. She would like to know what tots are in the kindergarten classrooms and how many teachers are in the kindergarten. Oh, toys. What toys do they have in the kindergarten classroom, and how many teachers? Well, I could answer that. We have, I believe. Well, let me ask you, friends. You probably know more about Aquila than I do. Do you know, Ruby, currently how many kindergarten teachers?
We have at Aquila.
Yeah.
We have Miss Hain, Miss Richmond, Miss Stadler, and
Miss Wedberg and Mr. Nelson.
So I knew it used to be 4, but now it's up to 5.
But there's also 2, or there's also like a helper teacher in each classroom.
Right. Yes. Every kindergarten classroom has a teacher assistant or a para who is there like the entire morning. I think that they're there like more than at least half the day, if not even a little bit more than half the day. And I know that the kindergarten classrooms, probably not everyone is identical, but I see lots of imaginative play type toys, lots of blocks and like manipulatives. Do you remember which toys were in your kindergarten classrooms at Aquila? Peyton, Ruby, or Bo?
There was some like wood blocks in my classroom, and the teacher also had some like dolls that she brought in, and certain kids would get to use them each day because there weren't very many.
Okay. Yeah.
I also remember, I think that we had some like red like pieces of plastic and shapes, and we got to play with those. And then there was also a bunch of Legos.
Oh, nice. Okay. I've seen like play kitchens and play like dress up things. I've seen sometimes they have like hands-on like either Play-Doh or water table activities. So there's lots of different things I think that you'll find that you get to play and learn with, because we learn a lot through play in kindergarten too. So if there's anyone else has a question, please jump in. Otherwise, we'll invite you to go ahead and jump into the next session. I think it's scheduled to, like this one is supposed to end and the next one's supposed to begin right around 7:20. So it looks like we're just about there. But we want to thank you for joining us. And if I could ask you to help me thank our student panel, Peyton, Ruby, and Bo, you just did such an excellent job. So I'll give you a round of applause and thank you again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Absolutely. And if you have any questions that come up later tonight, be sure to reach out to the school office and we can try to answer those questions. Thank you so much for joining us.